Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Advanced Wars by Web replay. So on the south side as the orange star Jake, we got mooji6. On the north side as the blue moon Jess, we got billzive. This map is a 3-base map with a seaport here. Seaport can't go too far, so it's probably primarily meant for black boats, maybe landers at most, but you can always go for a battleship, put in this one shore tile. So first, you start with a black boat on top of their HQ. These mount park on both sides, column towers in the center, one airport in the back left, and back top right. Along with the column tower, even more bottom left, and more top right. Mech deployed in the field as well. Tank now deployed in the field. Recon now deployed in the field. Mech and infantry with another infantry. Tank heading down south. Recon as well. Both heading down to this direction there. Plenty of open ground for them to utilize. And there's enough roads here for the recon to push forward as well. Over here it's a little bit more broken. Battlecopter infantry. Jess Corpus minus 10% firepower on a battlecopter, which is okay, it's tolerable. Jake can get plus 10% firepower on his battlecopters if they fire from planes, which is pretty easy for them. Jake's day-to-day passive is actually quite usable. Not super powerful, but usable. It helps them break some stuff. And of course, the superpower does improve the plane's benefits. There's also an infantry unit there. Right now it's 14 to 13,000 income. Tank and recon pushing the left side as well, so got a nice tank recon combo for both sides. We do also have another pair of tanks back here. And no anti-airs just yet. Seeing the battlecopter now, she will definitely go for anti-air soon. Mech gets a good strike there. Does not take a point of damage, just percentage of damage. Probably 4% damage. Tank recon infantry. Tanks rotating around, got some infantry units there. And does get some damage there. Tank does strike the recon and one-shots it actually. Of course, that plus some firepower on planes was very useful, plus that column tower as well. That's what the plus some firepower from planes effectively nullifies the defense of the planes. Tank, recon, infantry. Got 2 tanks in the recon over here, a third tank pushed forward. Jake does have 2 tanks right here, and probably a third anti-air is starting to push forward. Jess is not gone for a battlecopter just yet, but has got overactive anti-airs, that's for sure. Takes out some of those units there. Jess now has a power available. Tank, recon, T-copter, and infantry. Tank does go down. Jake does not have any more tanks in the region. Does have some mechs nearby that can be useful for ambushes. There's now 19 versus 16. This will make it up to 18, and more props could be captured. In fact, Jake will actually flip a proper next turn as well. Tank, recon. We have another battlecopter over here as well. Anti-air not in the region. Could be pretty safe. Nope, out of range there. Good strike there. Anti-air will finish off that tank there. Both players close to their superpower. Jake is more of a superpower CO, while Jess can go with either power or superpower. Advantage wants to go for 1-2 punch or one big smash. Jake, of course, will get his vehicles up to +3% firepower on planes, while Jess does improve her vehicle firepower to +40%. Actually, no, I looked over here. Jake's actually +40% firepower on planes with the superpower, not 30%. So I pull back the units there. Probably just going to be defensive case max. Both players have the superpower and the exact same attack. Try to flip a property there. It's good striking that anti-air. Takes out the tank there. So Jake has solidified the right flank. Jess can claim the left flank. Just have to deal with a pair of mechs back here. Which this with power or superpower, she could range them. Spotting them should be a simple matter as well. Spotted them. And the anti-airs with a superpower can range them as well. Looks like she's not. Oh, gets trapped on 1 health infantry unit there. But not a big issue. Nothing to really capitalize on that. Mechs cannot get +2 movement range of block rock. Only ground vehicles. More medium tanks been blown up by Jess. What was he, a superpower? Both players are saving the superpower, which honestly may be still the best play, because I don't see any massive engagement they need the extra range or firepower for. Jess, of course, has a good number of medium tanks. Jake has big system artillery. Jess, of course, gets bonus firepower to a rocket. Jake can get also bonus firepower, not rockets, artillery. But also, both the power and superpower, they get +1 range. And of course, we have them being on planes, can also get increased firepower. Still a good idea not to have your artillery on planes though, because that makes them easy open sitting ducks. And Jake does have 22,000 income versus 18, is trying to flip more properties, just as if she's lagging behind. So Jake will have a decent economic advantage and will actually start growing a slight amount. So a couple of despicable neutral properties over here. So Jake's capturing games much better than Jess's at the moment. Oh, pops a superpower. Let's see how this goes. Does take out a mech there. Another mech still in range. Strikes multiple targets down south. Hits the recon there. Tank infantry. Lock rock likely. Which could be used to strike this regular tank there now. Recon gets a good strike there. Strikes that tank there. Could try to finish off the 5 health infantry unit there. Be a little bit difficult. Use the 5 health infantry unit there. Finish that stuff off. He's starting to equalize on the left flank. Takes out that tank there. Mech gets a great strike on the recon. Tank hitting anti-air. Finish off the infantry unit there. Another strike there. No bonus damage from planes. Or neither there as well, technically. It's a beach. I feel like Jake's superpower was much better. Distance were quite great. Insert for 131. Jess starts her for 94. Still has a day-to-day though. Now Jess's medium tank is starting to get into range, which Jake does not have any real counters to him. Could get a great boosted strike there with a mech though. Though this medium tank has no counter at the moment. Good to get in the range of artillery, but you gotta be lucky there. Although we do have a neo-tank reinforcing, maybe just put on top of some force and try to get ambush strike. And this is the more important part though. Jake has maintained the economic lead of 6,000. Saw that tank there. I really want to see that mech strike that tank, or medium tank. It will be worth it, but decides to put a round in that regular tank. So just going just for dance around this medium tank, it will take out the target, but only perhaps one target. And it could strike one of those nearby tanks, but still be in range of the mech. So this medium tank has to be careful about this mech. Try to keep its distance from the mech. Don't take a free shot from it. The 6 health tank will likely be eyeing the 2 health tank. Another neo tank on the left flank. Chicken's turn for 141. Jess starts turn for 93. Possible power this turn. I think she should have try to get that medium tank on the other side of the tank, but of course, vision would be a bit of a gamble there. Should have been a pretty safe gamble, honestly. But now the mech is in range of the medium tank. Those on top of the 3-star property. We also got a battlecopter there. I think Jake should pop a beatdown next turn. Just squeeze out the plus 10% additional firepower from planes and plus 10% firepower for activating the power. The indirect stuff, nah, this one will get a good shot there. I think he should pop power. That could allow his battlecopter to get a booster strike here, and then his mech a booster strike, and perhaps knock out this medium tank. Puts artillery around there. Tank on the tank. Tank taking out tank. Neo tank takes the medium tank there, so I guess he did not need the power to support that. Jess has now a overdrive there. I think Jake should be hyper aggressive here, make it so there's not many good targets for me. Oh, battlecopter striking battlecopter, that's not a bad idea. Mech strikes tank there as a consolation prize instead of hitting the medium tank again. So overall, I think Jake did that turn very well. So popping the power looks like it was not the best idea. Just an idea. If it's come from me, it's probably a bad idea. Oh, superpower? And maybe I go for a regular power, but nothing's in range. It could be a best idea just hold on to it. Because we're just basically boosting medium tank. Block rock's now available, but also as once again, not a good idea to pop. There's just simply nothing that would be in range. Maybe plus 40% firepower from battlecopter hit a medium tank, but that's about it. And Jake's kept more properties. His income lead is increasing, and the one last despicable neutral property is still on the field being captured. Sacks the mech there. Sacking the mech was probably not a really good idea. Just leave it alive, give another target. Because it's not like it's had to save or get rid of power charge and things like that. Both players have their superpowers as well. Tank. Another property flipped. Oh no, that was the despicable neutral one. Jess now trying to flip this one. Tank onto tank. 8-year onto tank. And this tank is actually pretty low in fuel. 18 remaining. Interrupts that capture there. And Neotank decides to wait there. I probably would have put it onto the forest there for a bit of hiding. Tank recon. 161 versus 83. Pops with superpower. She may try to turn this game around this turn. The longer the game goes on, the more worse off the income difference. 25,000 versus 17. She has to make this turn very good. Recon did a good start, get some good spotting. Medium tank strikes a neo tank with a superpower, very good. strikes the tank there. Artillery is in range of the medium tank and on a planes. So this may one-shot the medium tank. Oh! And the medium tank gets trapped on the infantry unit there, resulting in resign. I don't think she could have turned around the game, but that was just straight to the point where like, yeah, I just lost a turn the medium tank. And with our cast of vision, the Neo tank was in range with a superpower. Yeah, she would have been demolished next turn by an artillery and by Neo tank. This is Grade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.